Hello, everyone. Welcome to Little Chapel of Faith. My name is Tina. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. We have platforms on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. If you're on any of those or all those, please like, subscribe, and share. We are here with the readings from the Diary of Saint Faustina. We do have a playlist on YouTube. So if you want to, read everything we've done so far, you can go there and, read one every day, along with the one we're doing now, or just start there and read. So, if not, we are on page 346, number 886. January 15th, 1937. Sorrow will not establish itself in a heart which loves the will of God. My heart longing for God feels the whole misery of exile. I keep going forward bravely, though my feet become wounded. To my homeland, and on the way I nourish myself on the will of God. It is my food. Help me, happy inhabitants of the heavenly homeland, so that your sister may not falter on the way. Although the desert is fearful, I walk with a lifted head and eyes fixed on the sun, that is to say, on the merciful heart of Jesus. January 19th, 1937. My life at present flows on in peaceful awareness of God. My silent soul lives on him. And this conscious life of God in my soul is for me a source of happiness and strength. I do not look for happiness outside the depths of my soul in which God dwells. Of this I am aware. I feel a certain need to share myself with others. I've discovered a fountain of happiness in my soul, and it is God. Oh my God, I see that everything that surrounds me is filled with God. And most of all, my soul, which is adorned with the grace of God. Already now I begin to live on that which I shall live for all eternity. Silence is so powerful, a language that it reaches the throne of the living God. Silence is his language, though secret, yet living and powerful. Jesus, you have given me to know and understand in what a soul's greatness consists, not in great deeds, but in great love. Love has its worth, and it confers greatness on all deeds. Although our actions are small and ordinary in themselves, because of love, they become great and powerful before God. Love is a mystery that transforms everything that touches into things beautiful and pleasing to God. The love of God makes the soul free. She is like a queen. She knows no slavish compulsions. She sets about everything with great freedom of soul, because the love which dwells in her incites her to action. Everything that surrounds her makes her know that only God himself is worthy of love. A soul in love with God and immersed in him approaches her duties with the same dispositions as she does Holy Communion, and carries out the simplest tasks which care under the loving gaze of God. She is not troubled if after some time something turns out to be less successful. She remains calm, because at that time of the action she had done what was in her power. When it happens that the living presence of God, which she enjoys almost constantly, leaves her, then she tries to continue living in lively faith. Her soul understands that there are periods of rest and periods of battle. Through her will, she is always with God. Her soul, like a knight, is well trained in battle. From afar it sees where the foe is hiding and is ready for battle. She knows she is not alone. God is her strength. January 21st, 1937. Since early morning today, I have been wondrously united with the Lord in the evening. The hospital chaplain visited me after we talked for a while. I felt my spirit beginning to immerse itself in God, and I began to lose all sense of what was happening around me. I ardently implored Jesus, give me the ability to talk. And the Lord granted me that I could talk freely with him. But there was a moment when I could not understand what the priest was saying. I heard his voice, but it was impossible for me to understand him. I apologized for not understanding him, although I could hear his voice. This is a moment of the grace of union with God, but imperfect because exteriorly the senses are acting imperfectly too. There is no total immersion in God, that is, suspension of the senses, as often happens when one neither sees nor hears anything exteriously, the whole world being freely absorbed in God. When such a grace visits me, I want to be alone and ask Jesus, protect me from the eyes of creatures. I was really very embarrassed before the priest, but I was reassured because he got to know little of my soul in confession. Today the Lord gave me a spirit to know in spirit about the covenant of divine mercy. I saw a great spirit in his covenant, but everything was poor and very, very scanty. O my Jesus, you are allowing me to live in spirit with these souls, but perhaps I shall never set foot there. But may your name be blessed, and whatever you have intended, may it be done. And it sounds like she's declining. So I guess we'll see what happens. This book is so intense. Like, I would love to know what that feels like, what she felt and the connection that she had with Jesus. What a gift. But anyway, I hope you're all having a beautiful day. We will be back on Monday for more readings. Until then, enjoy the weekend with your family. Be well, be safe, be kind to each other. May God bless us all.